If you group your layers into a group, the Move tool can become more powerful, allowing you to move groups of things at one time. In this file, I have two groups of 4 layers each. If I have a group selected in the Layers panel and I use the Move tool, every layer in the group will move. If I turn on the Auto Select option, when you click on something that's on its own layer, but that layer is in a group, it will auto-select the entire group. Actually, this is the default setting. You can turn that off by changing this option to Layer. If I do that but keep Auto Select on and try to move something, it will only select and move the layer. I'll restore the settings back to the tool's default by right-clicking on the tool in the option bar and choosing Reset Tool. I'm going to copy this group by hitting Ctrl-J. By the way, the reason my group doesn't have copy added to the name is because I have that option turned off in the layer panel options. Personally, I almost never want the word copy in my names. Groups can be moved by using the arrow keys as well. In this case, I'm holding the Shift key down at the same time to move it in increments of 10 pixels. One other option I want to talk about is the Show Transform Controls option. If you turn this option on, you will see the transform bounding box on the group or layer that you have currently selected. This gives you some of the same options that the free transform command or Ctrl-T would give you, like scaling or rotating. You scale by dragging one of these grips. You can rotate by moving your mouse to the outside of a corner until you see the double curved arrow and then you drag your mouse. I'm hitting escape so my changes are not getting saved. But notice that after I've transformed my group, I'm actually now in the free transform command and no longer in the move command. You can see that by looking at the options bar. If I want the changes to be accepted, I have to hit enter or click on the check mark. I'll undo this now. I can rotate by precise increments of 15 degrees by holding the Shift key down. This time I'm going to enter to accept this one. A nice thing about this option is that it's telling me exactly which layer or group I have selected. I know the active layer is the layer that has the controls on it. If I just select a layer, it shows the layer. If I select a group, I can see it is selecting a group. Now my eye doesn't have to go back to the Layers panel to figure out what layer I'm on. In truth, I usually leave this option off because it can distract me. It makes me think I'm in the regular free transform command when I see the bounding box. But if you got used to seeing it with the Move tool, it can be useful since it lets you know which layer is selected without looking at the Layers panel. If you're doing a lot of transforming your layers while in the Move tool, turning this option could save you some time. In the last video on the Move tool, I'll talk about the alignment options.